Hey, what's up everyone, I'm Tuso. Today we're going to be breaking down the operator Mozzie. We're going to be talking about his gadget, his gun, and how you should be playing him on defense in various sites and locations. Okay, so jumping right into prep phase. Prep phase is the time as Mozzie where you want to make sure you get your pests down quick, especially in ranked. People still like to send their drones directly into sight. They like to kamikaze their drones just to spot people for no reason, see what's going on in sight, and so you can take advantage of that as Mozzie and get yourself a couple cams early on that you can set up during prep phase. So make sure those pests are in common spots that people like to send their drones through. Make sure they're in spots that they can't be shot, easily dealt with, things like that. Like this, for example, in security is a really good spot right here because, as I see here, I jump out the window. You can't see that from outside on the left side. Small little things like that are going to be able to keep your pests alive, keep them very, very annoying to deal with, okay? Yeah, so you just want to be placing them in areas where they can't be shot super easily. This one right here can't really be shot from anywhere aside from that breach swing when they get armory wall open. At that point, it's not really relevant. This one over here isn't bad either. Can't be shot from anywhere really but that swing in that hallway. So the defender or the attackers have to swing that hallway in order to shoot it. At that point, you have the advantage. So moving on to the drone placement. The drone placement in Armory is very solid. This is a very, very, very solid cam. For me, I use it a lot, and it proves to be very, very useful. This one right here is a little bit I mean, it shows the default plant, obviously, but this one right here I prefer a lot. You can see the outside the breach, you can see default plant. And yeah, this next one right here in Archives is a very, very solid cam. Once you get this little jump action going, once you get it down, it's a very easy cam to get. It's a 10-second ordeal, but it is definitely worth it if you are willing to risk it all to get this cam, because it is definitely worth it. If you shoot out the top part above those soft walls right there, you can see well into Armory. You can see all throughout Archives. It's a very, very, very solid cam. Alright, so this next cam is going to be in security on top of the monitors. This cam isn't too advanced, nothing too crazy to get to it. Takes about 10 seconds once you get it down. It gives you a nice aerial view over security. It's a very common attacker spot, very common area that people funnel through. So it gives you a nice advantage on the cameras. If you need to see inside of here, pop out those TVs, makes your life a heck of a lot easier. Alright, so moving on to Mozzie's loadout. Mozzie is equipped with the Commando 9 and the P10 Roni. Me personally, I do prefer the P10 Roni over the Commando 9. Call me weird, but I just don't really love how the Commando feels in a lot of situations. I used to, though, but I fell in love with the P10 Roni once they gave it that 1.5. But I usually run holographic on the Commando. I prefer it over the red dot and the reflex. I just think that it's a very consistent sight. You can't really sometimes see the reflex in certain areas, and so it makes it tougher. The barrels, obviously, you all know the suppressor is terrible. It takes away 5-6 damage on 99% of weapons, and it's just horrible. I personally go with the muzzle brake every time. Just feels the best. Tap firing, recoil, all that stuff just makes life easier. Flash hider kind of does the same thing, but I don't feel it as much as I do the muzzle brake as far as the tap firing and all that stuff. The compensator, obviously, you don't really need to worry about compensating for any recoil. This gun has very little recoil. It's mainly just the tap firing that the muzzle brake comes in and makes it a lot better. Angle grip versus vertical grip. This is one of those guns that you don't even want to think about running vertical grip on. Angle grip, obviously, Mozzie is generally a roamer, so you would want the angle grip on to take those quick gunfights, not hinder yourself by compensating for recoil. Alrighty, so moving on over to the P10 Roni. This gun, amongst the two, is my personal preference. I love the way this gun feels, the way it handles, the way that the 1.5 sits on it. I just think it's an amazing combination. As far as barrels go on this gun, same thing as the Commando for me. There's just not a lot of recoil between these two guns. I've seen the extended barrel a couple times on some people that use it. I don't really think you need it because you're not going to really need an extended amount of damage. This gun's kind of a headshot machine if you're aiming at height. Like I said, not a lot of recoil. You don't really need to worry about that aspect of it. So yeah, just slap a muzzle brake on there and just worry about the tap firing aspect of the recoil control. Its overall recoil, like I said, isn't that bad at all whatsoever. Alright, moving on over to the vertical versus angle. Same exact thing, I won't go too in depth. Angled all the way, gives you that extra ADS time. You want that every time. And then the sidearm, no reason to go too in depth with that. You don't really have much of a choice there. Nitro versus barbed wire, obviously Nitro SL. It allows you to combine it with your pests and those drones that you get in those specific areas. You can nitro from below, pre-place your nitro. Everybody knows the Nitro SL is just significantly better than barbed wire. 9.99999 times out of 10 you're bringing a Nitro SL, unless you have 4 nitros on your team and nobody has barbed wire. In that case, bring your barbed wire. Alrighty, well guys, that is going to be it for this video today. If you did enjoy, feel free to hit that subscribe button, maybe even that like button. This is my first YouTube video actually on this channel, so we could shoot for a like goal, let's say 10 likes. That'd be absolutely incredible. I appreciate all of you guys, and I just want to thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good one. Peace.